Imagine being told without anyone actually saying the words that you are not good enough. Not because you failed. Not because you stopped working. But because nobody believed in you enough to give you a chance. No scholarship. No major college offers. No elite training facility. No million-dollar sponsorship. Just a kid from Wisconsin with a dream that everyone else thought was too big. And today, that same kid is one of the fastest men on earth. On May 30th, 2026, at the Music City Track Carnival in Tennessee, Sam Blaskowski ran the 100 meters in 9.89 seconds. Read that again. 9.89 seconds. The exact same time that earned Noah Lyles a bronze medal at the 2025 World Championships. The exact same time that would have placed Sam on the podium against the best sprinters in the world. But this story is not about a stopwatch. It is about rejection. It is about sacrifice. And it is about what happens when someone refuses to let other people decide their limits. Because before Sam Blaskowski became one of the fastest men alive, he was the kid nobody wanted. Oshkosh, Wisconsin is not supposed to produce world-class sprinters. When people think of sprinting greatness, they think of Jamaica, Florida, Texas. Not a small Midwestern city where winters are brutal and most kids grow up dreaming about football, basketball, or baseball. That was Sam's world. He played every sport he could. Flag football, basketball, indoor soccer, competitive swimming. Track was never the plan. In fact, he only started running after getting cut from the basketball team. Think about that for a second. One of the fastest men on the planet discovered sprinting because he was rejected from another sport. Sometimes the moment that feels like failure becomes the moment that changes your life forever. By his senior year of high school, Sam had become one of Wisconsin's best athletes. He ran 10.83 seconds in the 100 meters, 21.99 in the 200. He won state titles in both events. He even won the long jump. 3 state championships in 1 year. Surely that was enough to attract major college programs. At least that is what everyone thought. But the phone never rang. Division I schools kept looking past him. Recruiters moved on to the next athlete. Scholarship offers never came. The message was impossible to ignore. You are not good enough. The only coach who truly believed in him was Nicholas Gordon at the University of Wisconsin, La Crosse. A Division III school. The same school his parents attended. A school where athletes do not receive scholarships. $0. No financial support. No guarantees. Just an opportunity. And Sam took it. Because sometimes when nobody opens the door for you, you have to walk through the one that is barely cracked open. Division III athletics lives in the shadows. There are no sold-out stadiums. No television deals. No shoe contracts. No national attention. Athletes train just as hard, but almost nobody is watching. For many people, D3 is where dreams of becoming a professional athlete quietly disappear. For Sam Blaskowski, it was where his dream came alive. As a freshman, he won the national title in the 100 meters. Then he won it again. And again. And again. 4 straight national championships in the 100. 3 national titles in the 60 meters. 3 more in the 200. 11 individual national titles. One of the greatest Division III sprint careers in American history. And almost nobody outside of that world knew his name. Because there is a harsh reality in track and field. Winning where nobody is watching does not guarantee anyone will notice. So the questions kept coming. Is he really elite? Or is he simply dominating weaker competition? Can a Division III athlete compete against the best sprinters in America? Or is this where the story ends? In 2024, Sam stepped onto the track at the U.S. Olympic trials. For the first time in his life, he was standing next to athletes he had spent years watching on television. Olympians. World champions. Professional sprinters. He did not make the team. But he proved something far more important. He belonged. For the first time, the rest of the track world started paying attention. But almost nobody knew what happened next. When Sam graduated, he faced the biggest decision of his life. He wanted to go professional. He wanted to find out how fast he could really become. But chasing that dream came with a price. To train with Dennis Mitchell and the Star Athletics Group, he needed to move to Florida. Thousands of miles away from home. Away from his family. Away from everything familiar. And there was one problem. He had no sponsor. No professional contract. No financial support. So he got a job at a regional airport. Every shift mattered. Every paycheck mattered. Every dollar mattered. While other athletes were signing endorsement deals, Sam was loading up for work and saving every cent he could. Not for a vacation. Not for a new car. For a chance. A chance to prove that everyone who doubted him was wrong. Imagine how lonely that must have felt. Watching other athletes receive opportunities you never got. Watching doors open for everyone except you. And still showing up every day. Still believing. Still working. Because deep down you know you have more to give. That kind of belief is rare. Most people quit long before they ever find out what they are capable of. Sam did not. He packed his life into boxes, left Wisconsin behind and moved to Florida. Not because success was guaranteed, but because regret was unacceptable. At Star Athletics, everything changed. He trained alongside world champions, Olympians, elite professionals, athletes who had already achieved everything he was still fighting for. And something happened almost immediately. He belonged there too. Dennis Mitchell saw it. The coaches saw it. His training partners saw it. But the world still did not. Heading into 2026, Sam's personal best was 10.05 seconds. Fast. Very fast. But not world class. His first races of the season did not silence the doubters. He raced 5 times. He did not break 10 seconds. He never finished higher than third. People started asking the same questions again. Maybe this is his limit. Maybe Division III was his ceiling. Maybe betting everything on himself was a mistake. But what nobody saw were the early mornings. The exhaustion. The sacrifices. The years of believing without evidence. Because dreams are hardest to hold onto when success feels just out of reach. And then everything changed. May 30th, 2026. Music City Track Carnival. Cleveland, Tennessee. Sam Blaskowski stepped into the blocks. The gun fired. Less than 10 seconds later, his life changed forever. 9.89. His first legal sub-10 performance. He skipped the 9.9s completely. From 10.05 to 9.89. One race. One moment. One number. And suddenly, the kid with no scholarship became one of the fastest men in the world. The fastest American of 2026. Tied for the second fastest time in the world that season. Think about what that means. At the 2025 World Championships, Noah Lyles ran 9.89 and won bronze. If Sam had been in that final, he would have stood on the podium. A Division III athlete. An airport worker. A kid who was overlooked by every major program. Standing among the best sprinters on earth. That is not just a great sports story. That is proof that potential cannot always be measured. Sometimes talent gets missed. Sometimes systems get it wrong. And sometimes the people who are ignored become impossible to ignore. After the race, Sam posted a simple message on social media. Breaking 10 wasn't just the goal, it became an obsession. Years of sacrifice, hard work, discipline, and belief all came together on the track. No celebration. No revenge speech. No bitterness. Just gratitude for the journey. Because he understands something most people never do. Success is not built in the moment everyone sees. It is built in the years nobody does. Right now, every coach who passed on him is watching. Every recruiter who kept scrolling is watching. Every person who said he was not good enough is watching. And somewhere there is another athlete sitting alone, wondering if their dream is too big. Wondering if being overlooked means giving up. Wondering if they missed their chance. Sam Blaskowski's story is your answer. Because your starting point does not decide your finish line. Your circumstances do not define your ceiling. And being underestimated can become your greatest advantage. Los Angeles 2028 is only 2 years away. Sam Blaskowski will be entering the prime of his career. A home Olympics. An American crowd. The biggest stage in sports. The kid nobody wanted is now one of the fastest men alive. And the question is no longer whether he belongs. The question is how far he can go. Could he make the Olympic team? Could he win a medal? Could he complete one of the greatest underdog stories in sports history? Let me know what you think. Because if this journey has taught us anything, it is this. Never let someone else's opinion become your limit.